Started 22 years ago, the Salisbury 54321 includes a series of circular walks and trail runs, such as a half marathon, a full marathon, and the most popular distance of a 50k ultra marathon.
For the Salisbury area, it is possibly one of the largest events on the racing calendar and athletics calendar. It's a series of distances, so it can suit the whole family, and it includes walking options on 6 different choices of routes. So it's for the family, but there's over 1,000 people have registered to date for Sunday the 13th of August, and there'll be a lot of people running around the whole of the city of Salisbury, on the outskirts, mostly off-road. The routes are carefully planned to take in Salisbury's 5 rivers, 4 hills, 3 country estates, 2 castles and a cathedral. And looking at the map, every year we plan differently for checkpoints, water stations, road crossings, and to negotiate with the large country estates the passage of some of the paths that go through estates that are not normally open to the public.
There are more than 100 volunteers helping out on the day, and the Firefighters charity is the main recommended charity attached to the event.
It helps injured firefighters, whether they're serving or retired, in their time of need. So our core business with the Firefighters charity are the sort of rehabilitation centres now, of which we have 3 around the UK, and our funds go mainly to that, and then other activities in helping our members, of which Blanket is something approaching 250,000 people are eligible that have served or are serving with the UK fire services.
The routes chosen take the runners and walkers around the city, taking in Salisbury's major points of interest, both from an historic and scientific view. They can go up to the Downs with the rolling chalk hills.
Salisbury, very compact medieval city, built on 5 rivers, and the Avon, the Bourne, we have the Ebble and the Nadder and the Wylye, as people go around Salisbury on different trails around the city, keeping them mostly off roads. And then we have the 4 hills, including the Castle Hill Fort at Old Sarum, English heritage, Clarendon, the old Clarendon Palace, which was a royal palace at one time, Longford Castle, a really lovely castle that not many people are aware exists just south of Salisbury, through up onto the Odstock Downs, and a place called Great Yews, mentioned in Shakespeare in Henry V. Then coming down through Coombisit to another hill, Salisbury Racecourse, through into the ancient capital of Wessex, of Wilton, and then returning to Salisbury via the Harnham and the Constable Water Meadows, past Salisbury Cathedral, through a very interesting stage through the city centre, a short stage along the river path, back to the fire station, which is very close to our leisure centre called the 5 Rivers Leisure Centre. Come out and support. It's an explanation of why there are people, including running through the centre of Salisbury for a short length between the cathedral and along the river path back to the leisure centre and the finish at the fire station.
It's only walkers that can enter on the day, with registration at 7 a.m. Shan Robins, That's TV.